Hi guys, this is day number 121 of my 365 livestream challenge, and we still going. We are not even in the middle yet of our software startup workshop series, September series of my live streams. Let me share my screen with you. On this slide you can see the agenda again. I'm usually starting my live streams on in September from this slide because I want us to stay on top of the things where we are now, what we went through, and what's still in front of us. So this is our agenda, and right now we are in the second step of our software startup workshop with our clients. We are on live session, first day, where we brainstorm and put together product strategy for our future software. And right now we are on the 5 core pillars of product strategy. We did the market research, and yesterday I showed you quickly what is user acquisition and what we are doing there. But the most important step probably is the user activation that we need to spend probably the most amount of time. Why? Because it's the entry point of the new sign up into your software of the user, and if you do this wrong, it's like you already spent $100-200 for that marketing to get that free sign up, and you are losing that sign up in the middle of onboarding process, and they never convert to the paid account, right? That's why it's super important. So it's not just to get that user to sign up, but also to start using your software. So this is user activation. So let me enlarge it a bit. So today's topic is obviously user activation. I have again prepared our worksheet where this is exactly what we are doing with our clients. So here we have this second step of our product, second core pillar of our software product strategy, and activation. We call it activation. Also, it's called sometimes onboarding. This is the path that new sign up is doing step by step until that first sign up gets some first small value out of your software, kind of finishes onboarding, kind of gets a value, feels the difference, and wants to keep using your software the next time. So the main thing why we need that is that probably 90% of actually I have the stats here of why we need activation, right? Like 40 to 60% of users don't open the app after the first sign up, and to provide your service core value early in the process after initial registration, you need to put it together a specific plan. So it's very important. If the next steps in this agenda, like user retention, user referral, monetization, they don't make any sense if you are failing user activation, because user activation will define it, help you, will make a success or fail your software startup, depending on how you do this. If user doesn't start using your software, there's no point in next steps, right? And so that's exactly why we have this order. The order here of these 5 core pillars is very important. You first get user, then you onboard, then you keep them for the long term, then you ask them for the referral, and finally you try to monetize that new registered user. That's exactly how this is working in that specific order. You don't want to jump around and skip some steps, okay? So let's get back. And user onboarding consists of couple components. We have activation goal. What is the small goal? For example, we have software like MailChimp, and we have these examples here, step by step. How does it work? We have some other examples I can see. From the project management system, and for example, MailChimp software, mail marketing automation platform, it asks you for multiple questions on different steps, and the main goal is to collect as much information as they can from you. At the same time, make it simple, one question at a time. At the end, their goal is to let you send your first email campaign. If you did it pretty quickly in the next 15 minutes after sign up, you are succeeding, you like the software, and probably you'll get back to that software and keep using it, right? So that's the activation goal. Second component is the activation time. What's your goal in terms of duration of that small achievement? Do you want them to get that small core value from your product in the next 30 seconds after registration, or maybe in 1 hour, or maybe that's some enterprise SaaS that you want to build and maybe it requires 1-2 weeks for them to completely onboard and start feeling the value out of your software. So that's the shorter the amount of time, the shorter the period, the higher chances of success you will have, right? Onboarding and converting that user to a paid user. And final third component of any activation strategy is the path, specific step-by-step actions. This is MailChimp example that I already mentioned. The activation goal is to add first subscriber and send the first email campaign. And activation path is like exactly with this. They have sign up button on homepage and then sign up form, confirmation email process through the email link, anti-bot protection. They ask you, okay, there's click that CAPTCHA, then select pricing tier, fill in your profile details, fill your business marketing details, subscribe to a newsletter, skip, dashboard, getting started checklist. There's a lot of things in the checklist, then extra checklist, many things. And when you are doing this, before doing any putting together your own activation strategy, we always doing that. We get back to our competitor research and see how they do the onboarding. If we like it, we note what we love, what we don't love about their onboarding, and then put together our own strategy for the activation, the goal, the duration, and the step-by-step plan. What would be these UI forms elements that they will need to use to get their first value as soon as possible. So here we ask them to put their own activation path. This is assignment, and this is for that specific project was the activation board in this screen on this page, on this Google document. So this is how it works. Basically, for the so first of all, just to summarize, activation is the probably the most important part when it comes to the functionality of your software. Don't skip it. Right after user signs up, you need to convert that user to your existing user and make that user happy with the value the software provides to that user. So you need proper activation path, and activation strategy consists of 3 components: activation path, activation goal, and activation duration. And final thing in this our summary for this lesson is that before creating your own activation strategy, always check what are your competitors doing, and model from them good things and don't integrate bad things from them. That's how you will win during the registration process for your new signups, for your new users. I hope that lesson was useful for you. It's very important to have this user activation strategy done properly. Tomorrow we'll talk about user retention. After you get the user on board, how to make them stick with the software for the long term, for the next months, year, and make them get back to your software on daily or at least weekly basis. We'll talk about all of this tomorrow. And thank you for watching. If you have any other comments regarding user activation, user onboarding strategy, comment in the video below. I will happily reply to every comment. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. And remember, people need your